There's no colors on the street.
We want truth.
All the restaurants close.
Open up our businesses.
People shuffle their feet on the way to be exposed.
99%
They are
survival.
telling us, oh, by the wires out there. They're locking us at home, don't let go anywhere. They are like Satan, spreading lies. Every evil is always hidden in disguise. We want the rocking in the free world,
And barbers need to take care of their family too.
but we want the rocking in the free world.
This is not Animal Farm here. This is not 1984.
But we want the rocking in the free world.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. Well, folks, whereas so many other provinces have already moved into stage 3 of an economic reopening, it was only yesterday that Ontario moved into stage 2, meaning that you can go to a patio at a restaurant, you can go to a barber. Oh, but wait just a second, always read the fine print, because if you happen to live in Toronto, well, to paraphrase the soup Nazi from Seinfeld, no stage 2 for you. Indeed, there are no barbers open in the Greater Toronto Area. There are no patios open in the Greater Toronto Area. There's basically not a lot of fun going on in the Greater Toronto Area. But why? Why this jurisdictional discrimination? Why is it that in Toronto we're in stage 1, whereas in Winnipeg, stage 3? I crunch the numbers and it just doesn't make sense. In any event, I'm back here for protest number 8 by the self-proclaimed members of Yahoo Nation. They're outside Queen's Park for the 8th Saturday in a row, yet again besieging Premier Doug Ford to please reopen this economy, as in fully. That was fantastic. You've really got some talent there, sir. What kind of ovation did you get?
Use my talent for the people, you know.
Why is it I can't sit at my favorite Toronto restaurant patio, but I can get on Highway 400, drive half an hour up to Barrie, and I can do it there? Does that make sense to you?
No, of course not. All musicians are just devastated because of that situation. So they couldn't go and play live anywhere.
It just makes no sense at all. I mean, I'm not going to be very politically correct, but Doug has shit for brains. Why he's doing it makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it's really odd, really. I think kind of they're trying to push people to be more antsy, have more anxiety. They allow them to have a 4,000 people march, no problem, but you can't sit on a patio. I think they're really just trying to push people to their breaking points.
It's almost like a system of economic apartheid. Depending on where you live in the province or the country, you have more entitlements than other Canadians, don't you?
Yeah, nicely divided everyone.
I was born in the former Soviet Union, but I'm from Latvia. I came from Latvia when Latvia became a free country. But I still remember those times, you know? And I see everything is like what? It's a socialism and communism, nothing else. Dividing by groups.
You know, it's fascinating, sir, because you've lived through it, and I find when I go to these protests, it's typically people like you from former Soviet Union, Eastern Bloc countries that are the most passionate about seeing their freedoms being taken away.
I came here for freedom, but you know what happened? I came 25 years ago here to a different country.
Well, that's interesting. It's changed so much.
And I have nowhere to go from here. I have defended my freedom. I came here to be free. And now look what happened.
None of this at this point makes any sense. None of it. They just got to reopen everything and let it go back. The data's been rolling in. And every doctor that contradicts the mainstream seems to get shut down. But these are medical professionals that are giving their opinion and then getting shut down, like it happened with Dr. Erickson 6 weeks ago, and it's now happened with this other doctor from the WHO earlier this week. So if they're saying that it's not spreading the way that we originally thought, that it's not being transmitted between asymptomatic people, then enough is enough. Unlock everything.
Our social circle or our social bubble has now increased from 5 to 10 people.
Oh, how generous of them. Aren't they all heart? Aren't they remarkably generous people? Wow. Oh, God. Wow, never mind the good old days. Oh, glory be. We can congregate in groups of 10.
You know, I don't even think there should be stages at all. I keep asking people this question. Do you know anybody who's died from COVID that doesn't have any underlying health effects or didn't live in an old age home?
And indeed, we know that 82% of the deaths in this country are at long-term care facilities. Maybe we misdirected our resources. We should have, directed them to the vulnerable in society as opposed to shutting the economy down.
I think we missed a whole lot of stuff, enough to say that there's a lot of blindness and screening going on. And certainly a mismanagement of funds in far more ways than one.
I think that to shut down economy is a crime. It's not a mistake. It's a big, more than mistake to shut down the economy. Why? All the stats says that flu seasons, let's say 17, it took more people than that, right? So the numbers are totally screwed up.
Do you feel like sometimes this government is treating the people, at least in the GTA, as so many infants that they can't trust us to maintain proper social distancing or other safety protocols?
Absolutely. It's the nanny state. It's nannyism on acid.
We've been coming out here for 7 weeks, 8 weeks.
8 weeks, I think.
We're all still alive. We're all still alive.
So the proof is in the pudding, or the cherry cheesecake?
The proof is in the pudding. You say it perfectly. None of us are dead. And if we were dying, I'd like to think that some of us would say, hey, I'm dying because I met a bunch of you. You guys might want to not do this anymore. But we just keep getting more people.
Hi, sir, you have a dissenting opinion?
We love David Menzies. Rebel media. We love rebel media. We love rebel media. Open up our businesses.
Well, folks, the protesters demanding that Premier Ford open the Ontario economy, they've come back from their march and they're arriving at Queen's Park again, but wow, what bad luck. It looks like they've had their spot appropriated by the Black Lives Matter protesters. Gee, maybe Mayor John Tory is going to have a policy of painting circles, social distancing circles for various protest groups. Kind of a variation of what he's done at Trinity Bellwoods. But as far as the people here are concerned, they are adamant. They want the economy opened as in fully. Yeah, I know, Doug Ford, you want these people on a beautiful spring day to stay indoors, baking cherry cheesecake. But when it comes to your plan of reopening the Ontario economy, given that the GTA is still in stage 1, I think your plan is kind of half-baked. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you come to the Rebel to get the other side of the story, so why not pay $8 a month and get the full meal deal? I'm speaking about our premium content subscription service, Rebel News Plus. Please go to rebelnewsplus.com, sign up, and never miss another Rebel video.